What's up, guys? I'm going to do something in this video that I don't know if I've ever done before, but I'm going to go through a game completely blind, as in I don't know the ratings of the players. I was sent this by a subscriber who has purchased my Göring Gambit course, now available on chessbootcamp.club for only $19 this month, and said this is the first game where I've had the Göring Gambit accepted and wanted to share it with me. So they said they wanted to remain anonymous, so I managed to grab the PGN without even seeing the ratings of the players. So obviously our hero has the white pieces, so I thought we'd go through it. It's not the longest game in the world. We have e4, e5, we have normal king's pawn, king's knight, we have the Scotch accepted, second pawn yes, and now we play bishop c4, correct, and black goes ahead and captures the third pawn, at which point we recapture it with the bishop. Now this is on an analysis board, so according to Stockfish, black is better here, right? So, I mean, I guess this is why people say, oh, it's dubious, it's whatever. Yeah. If your first name is Stock and your second name is Fish, then you'll be happy with the black pieces here. But in practice, it's really, really hard to play. Yes, black is up, what, 2 pawns? 2 pawns at this point. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, bishop out. According to the course, we always block with knight c3. Well done. Good, good. All standard so far. Okay, now the knight here. Now, we want to get out of the pin. So this is me trying to remember my theory as well, because I've not checked this game over. I've not seen, I know white wins. I can see that. I think, right, the move's either going to be queen b3 or castles. We actually want to allow black to take here. So if there and he takes, I think the principle is castles. In fact, the main principle is e5. e5 and he comes in, right? If knight f6, it's e5. And it's e5 that's played on the board, so good. I'm expecting knight e4 now. Knight g4 is like, you see, I think what black's going to see, he's going to see this pin and he's going to go in. In he comes. And you can see the eval bar there has just switcherooed. Now, why? Because this is a landmine square in the Göring Gambit. Right? Whenever a knight jumps onto that square, it sets off an alarm that will go woo woo woo, right? And we start looking immediately towards f7. And the question is, can we come in and threaten mate? Well, yes, the queen has e7, which defends against that attack, because there's now 2 defenders, queen and king, defending the f7 pawn. But that's not the point. The point is that black has to play that move. Black can't play queen f6, by the way, because of our pawn, right? So the move now is queen d5. If they do that, we simply win the knight. And they can't capture here. They can capture there with the bishop, and then we just recapture, and he can't take because we have mate. So the other question is, what about bishop takes? Probably fine, but this way we literally win the knight outright. I've just played the move. Okay, I just played it on the board, but it is the next move. So that's what white played. Congratulations, well done. Castles. So we just grabbed the knight. Of course we do. Okay. And we're up a piece, but at the cost of 2 pawns still, right? But I would bet, I would bet it's +2 or +3. It's +3.2 for white, because I've got the thing running, obviously. Okay. So what does black do? Okay, well that's kind of natural. However, it's also kind of not very effective. Yes, we can capture en passant, but we can also simply capture with the queen or the bishop, because it's the pawn's defended only by the queen. I think I'd probably take with the bishop, Well done. Okay, now they come out and Pinsky on the knight. What do I do here? See, now we're out of book. The course doesn't go to this depth. Now, that's not the point of the course. It's not, teaching you middle games. I think I would probably capture the bishop with my queen. You've got to bear in mind, though, this. And if they take here, then that undefends that, right? So if we take, they take, we're not, but we're still +2. So I would probably capture the bishop. Okay, white castles. Takes, then queen takes bishop. Yep. Still, this is still defended twice. And this is lit. It's all, yes, +4, for goodness sake. Okay, so black moves the king away, stepping away. And we cash in, because not only are we giving him an isolated pawn here, and temporarily doubled isolated pawns, but now queen takes. Ooh, okay, so we had an option there of playing queen takes, snagging the fresh pawn. Okay, but first of all, rook ad1 with pressure on the queen. Hope this doesn't come back to bite us. Now the queen's attacking this pawn, which is undefended. Okay, but with there's only a couple moves left of the game. So if we allow black to take, and then we get play rook fe1, we've dominated both. That's what I do. I think I'll just keep taking. White instead plays knight e4 with tempo, giving up the pawn. Doesn't give up the pawn. Oh, it's a discovered defense of the pawn with the bishop on b2. You tricked me, and I was looking for it. And he even said in his message that people forget about the bishop. He even said that in the message. Loses his queen and resigns. Well. Now, if my name was Levi Roseman, joke, and I was playing Guess the ELO, this is really, really hard, because white played great. The first, let's say, 8 or 9 moves were from the course, all the principled stuff, and you can see how black just collapses. So here's the thing: if you told me that white was 1,000, I'd be really impressed. So I don't think he's 1,000. I think he's. If you told me he was, this is the way I need to think. I mean, think about your answer. In fact, put it in a comment first, and then we'll see who's right. If white was 1,500, yes, absolutely, or higher. If white was 1,200, I'd be impressed. So I mean, look, what am I saying? And we've got to take into account black's play as well. Assuming black was in a similar position, I don't think black did anything dumb, particularly in that. So I'm going to kind of go down the middle. My instinct says 1,400. I'm going to say both the players are about between 1,300 and 1,400. I've got the game up here. Well, good job on wearing a hat. Hats off to you, sir. Oh my lord, both of them under 900. I think they both played quite well. I'm going to look at the game review here. Obviously, I'm blurring out the names. 98 accuracy. Perfection. In the Göring Gambit. Well, look, what can I say? It's a bloody amazing opening. And if you don't know how to play it, you should. But there's only one course out there. Right, look, to be fair, there's one course out there on Chessable where you play knight c3 here, right? which is the boring ass way to do it, okay? But we don't do that because we play Danish style with bishop c4. And in fact, if you look on the... I'll show you. Lead Chess Explorer. Okay. Pardon me. Masters database. Hello. Hello, Lead Chess. Wake up, Lead Chess. What is going on with Lead Chess? All right, now it's awoken. There. Right. Masters database. Look, check this out. This is your title players, right? Okay, and right. So I mean, it's a sample. There's quite a few draws, as you expect with title players. Sometimes black wins, sometimes white wins. So it looks about even in recent history. In fact, it's telling you there's 36 for black, 32% draws. But the most common move here is bishop c4 with a 35% win rate for white. So white does better at the title player level when he plays the bishop out, right? When he captures with a knight and goes all boring, 28% for white, 38% for black. So this is the move that you should do if you want to win, right? But go on to the Lead Chess Players database. What level are you at? So these guys were like 900, which is about 1200. I'll take off bullet. Right, you can do this for yourself, right? So from here, bishop c4 played most of the time, 58% win rate. Now that's good, because if you go back to the very start of the game, it's 50 to 46 for white, okay? And e4 is 50, d4, 51, but there's nothing better than 51, okay? So we go to this, right? 59% if they take the third pawn, which they do most of the time at 42%, right? Or whatever, right? Let's look at 2000 just for giggles, right? 2000. Bishop c4, 57, but this is a 2000 rating on Lead Chess. So don't be coming in here telling me that my opening is sus. Because you do this, what do they do most of the time? They still take the damn pawn, right? Going down 57% of the time. Of course you take back, you always take back, right? Yes, some people play queen b3, but that's just nuts. By the way, queen b3 is a very interesting line. Because if they take this and queen, then I think they just lose, right? Because we take on f7 here with check, and and then, oh, was it bishop g5? You're checking again. Anyway, so goodness me, and then we just castle, right? He's got two queens. 29 games from this point. Black's won 2 of them by the look of it. Yeah, interesting line. But the problem with this line is that if black is not a fool, he captures the bishop and queens, and then it's just completely curtains for white. Anyway, but don't do that line. It's not in the course. Anyway, so it's an awesome opening. It works at 2000 level on Lead Chess, right? And I'd love to be playing at 2000 level on Lead Chess, so this is the opening for me. If you don't know it, you should learn it. The best way to learn it is the only course that's out there on the proper way to play this opening. And I just made it and published it, and you can get it from chessbootcamp.club using the code EARLY, all in caps, to get $10 off. It's only $29 anyway. So if you've got plenty of money, then just don't bother typing in early. Save yourself a couple of seconds and pay $29 for it. Thank you very much. And get the best course that's out there. This guy's 800 rated. 800, 900 rated. Got my course, smashed a mofo, and it happens. And very impressed I am, indeed. So yeah, thanks for sending that in. If you buy the course, if you get an awesome victory using the Göring Gambit, let me know. I want to hear about it. Okay, but thank you to whoever you are for sending that one in. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. See you later.